How you doing, YouTube? My name's Joe, for those of you that don't know. Today, I'm going to show you how to take this piece of scrap lumber and turn it into this. And stay tuned, because I'll show you what makes this the perfect coat rack.
Let's go! I make living hard look too easy.
So, 6 inches is what I'm thinking. So now that we're cut down to width, let's cut it down to size. We'll definitely get rid of this dark spot. So I'll just pick a spot right about there. Let's cut that, and then we'll mark this out, 3 feet, cut that. Let's come over here. Mark 36 inches, 3 feet. Mark that with the square. I'll cut that off. So you may notice when I make my cuts, I have the square up against my saw when I cut. And that keeps kind of makes it like a table saw. It just keeps it a really square cut for something like this that you're going to see a lot. You know, framing or something, you can usually just get a really straight cut without it. But when you do have the chance to use this, I try and use this. So. Next thing, I want to just get rid of these little fuzzies that the saw made. Kind of clean up the face here. It was a scrap piece of wood. Okay, this is one of the key parts of the perfect coat rack. Measurements of where the hooks will be placed. The hooks that I am using, I just got at my local hardware store. Just your normal all-around coat hook. You could mount on any piece of wood or wall. Probably wouldn't hold so good on a wall unless you check out my last video about wall anchors, then we could probably do something with that. So one of the key things with this is, on the 36-inch board, I will measure, make sure it's in frame there, 2 inches off the edge. The next hook will be 10 inches off that same edge. And then will be 18, 26, and 34. Now, cool thing about that is it's the same measurements if you flip it over. So you can measure from either side. Now that we measured and marked where these should go, I'll take my square and just lightly make a mark down. Then we're gonna go staggered. Take these and set them. Just kind of eyeball it. And don't need to be perfect. Hold it and mark the hole. Do the next one, try and give it the same distance off the edge. Now we'll drill those out, pre-drill them, and set the screws. Now let's go ahead and mount these hooks. Good trick is to always put one in, leave it a little loose, and then finish it up after you get the other one set. Now we get to the part that makes this the perfect coat rack. When we set these hooks on those measurements, which I'll put in the description below, they're all divided in 16 or 24 inches apart. So for example, this hook and this hook are 16 inches apart, all the way down to this one that's 32 inches, so you'll catch 3 studs there. Or this one to this one are 24 inches apart. Or even this one to down here, 24. It just allows you to find your stud, remove these hooks, drill out behind, countersink, and then mount this on your wall and not have any screws out here in the field to when you're hanging your coats, you don't have to look at the screw that's mounted. It's almost just floating, which makes it the perfect coat rack. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, or subscribe. And subscribe. Thank you. First thing we want to do is find some studs. Now that we found out where we're going to mount this and which holes are going to land on the studs, we'll grab our drill bit. Let me get a backer here. Our larger drill bit. Drill right in the center of those 2 holes. Luckily, where this is going, we were able to catch 3 areas, but you can get away with 2. I wouldn't do any less than 2, that's for sure. Now we'll countersink. You do want to be below the hook mount, so this will give a little bit of room for the screw head to go in. And I don't need these 2 holes, so go ahead and put those back on. Okay, we're ready to mount it up. Place it up there at your desired height, maybe eye level to the bottom. That's what I'm kind of thinking. Right about there. I'll take the level, put it up top. I made a mark where my studs are, so I know where they are. Level it out. Put a screw in there. Now if you get out of level during this, it's okay because you'll be able to teeter-totter. Make sure that's back into the wood a bit. I went out of level. Perfect. And put our hooks on. And there you have it. The perfect coat rack. Simple, right?
Thanks, Joe Simple.
Let's go! I make living hard look too easy.